Hi everyone, welcome to this session on the top 10 interview questions every API developer should prepare for. Whether you're applying for a backend developer, API engineer, or full stack role, understanding these questions will give you an edge in your next interview. Let's dive right in. This is the most basic yet important question. You should say that an API or application programming interface is a set of rules that allows different software systems to communicate with each other. For example, when a mobile app talks to a server to fetch data, it's using an API. You send a request and receive a response, usually via HTTP. When asked this, remember to say REST is more lightweight, uses JSON, and is widely used in modern web and mobile applications. SOAP, on the other hand, is older, uses XML, and follows a strict protocol. It's often used in enterprise environments. REST is preferred for its simplicity, while SOAP is known for its security features. You can say RESTful APIs follow the REST architecture, where each resource is represented by a URL. It uses standard HTTP methods: GET for reading, POST for creating, PUT for updating, and DELETE for deleting data. Key principles include statelessness, client-server architecture, and cacheability. A great way to answer this is by breaking it down. First, always use HTTPS to encrypt data in transit. Then, implement authentication and authorization. OAuth 2.0, JWT tokens, or API keys. Also, sanitize input, use rate limiting, and enable logging to detect abuse or intrusions. Here, keep it simple. POST is used to create new resources. For example, adding a new user. PUT is used to update or completely replace a resource. For example, updating a user's email. Remember, PUT is idempotent, meaning calling it multiple times won't change the result. Your response should mention tools like Postman, Swagger UI, or Insomnia for manual testing. For automated testing, mention writing unit tests using testing libraries in your tech stack. Also, validate status codes, response structure, headers, and payloads. Don't forget to test for failure cases or even the edge conditions. This question tests your awareness of long-term maintenance. Say that API versioning lets you introduce new features without breaking existing clients. For example, you can have v1 and v2 of an API running at the same time. Common methods include versioning in the URL or headers. Answer this based on your experience. For example, I use Express.js with Node.js for fast development. I've also worked with Django REST framework in Python and Spring Boot in Java. For documentation, I prefer Swagger or OpenAPI. Don't forget to name tools you're confident with. This is where clean coding and user experience come in. Mention returning proper HTTP status codes like 400 for bad requests or 500 for server errors. Include a structured error response in JSON with message and code fields. Avoid exposing stack traces or sensitive data in the error. You could say I've integrated third-party APIs like Stripe for payments, Google Maps for geolocation, and Firebase for authentication. I handled authentication using API keys and OAuth. One challenge I solved was rate limiting issues. when integrating a shipping API in an e-commerce project. This shows both experience and problem solving. Thank you.